CBS News legal analyst Jack Ford is joining us. Jack, good morning.
Morning, Charlie.
So, rap lyrics as evidence?
It's interesting. It's not really a First Amendment fight. You know, it sounds like it should be, but it isn't. It's really a fight about whether the lyrics are actually factually relevant to the crime. Look, we all have First Amendment rights, but it doesn't mean they're not without consequences. You know, the Supreme Court said famously, you don't have the right to falsely scream fire in a crowded theater because you can harm people as a result of that. So the real question is, do the lyrics have something directly to do with the facts? We saw Johnny Cash, right? Johnny Cash wasn't charged with killing a man in Reno and watching him die. But if he had been, and he sang about it afterwards, then those lyrics might have been admissible as evidence against him. So the court, first of all, has to start off saying, all right, are these lyrics here we're talking about directly related to the facts in a crime? If they are, well, then maybe they might be admissible.
But in this case, did those lyrics match what happened?
I think that's the problem, Gail. They didn't, because they were talking about things that happened before the crime happened, factually, things that were very different. You know, what happens is a defense attorney is going to argue saying, if you let these types of lyrics in, and they're not directly related. What you're trying to do is just show he's a bad guy. Or you're trying to create in the minds of jurors this idea that gangster rappers are disciples of violence. So because of that, it's more likely that he committed this crime. Well, the law doesn't allow us, when we're trying to somebody, to say, let's put in the game all the bad things this person has done in their life, show the jury that he's a bad guy, and therefore he probably did this. It has to be directly related to the facts of the crime.
Jack, what I thought was fascinating, this is not just an isolated case. This has actually come up in many cases across the country, and several justices from the New Jersey State Supreme Court have weighed in on this, right?
Yeah, they have.
Said what?
And again, what's happened is in some cases you've had it where the courts have said it's okay because there was that direct factual relationship. I shot a man in Reno and I watched them die. And I'm charged with shooting a man in Reno and watching them die. It's admissible against them. But other courts have said just because somebody says something that sounds bad or evil, it doesn't automatically get admissible against them. You know, you're not going to get a pronouncement from the Jersey Supreme Court that's going to apply across the country, first of all. It would only apply in New Jersey. And I think the bottom line is they're going to say you have to look very carefully at the prejudicial impact of this. The idea of saying that somebody is a bad guy and whether it directly relates to the facts of the murder or the crime involved.
All right, Jack Ford, thank you.
Good.